What's up, Antoinette? How y'all doing? How's everybody? Y'all all right this morning? Come on. It's that time. It's what we always do. What's up, Ronald Caesar? How you, my man? What's up, Mike Riley? How you doing? What's up, Kim? Chad? Miss Janet? How you doing? Miss Sylvia? Miss Andrea? Miss Tabitha? Miss Pauline? Come on in, y'all. We live, man. It's Jumpstart Live time. I want to welcome all of you who are joining us by way of Instagram. Recently started going live on Instagram. Welcome to you. Of course, we got the old faithful Facebook. What's up, Kevin? Miss Roz, Pastor Charlie. Thank y'all. I see y'all hitting share already. I really appreciate it. I do. Appreciate you guys spreading the good word about Jumpstart Live. Miss Mary, Brother Chris, Miss Yolanda. We've been doing this thing, man, called You Asked For It. You Asked For It. And it's basically where I've been as answering your questions. I've been answering your questions. And yesterday I started answering a question that a single people, you sound crazy. A single person, I'm sorry, asked me that a single person wrote in. And so it was, how do we prepare ourselves to be a husband or wife? How does a man find his wife? How does a woman know that she should trust as her spiritual leader or head of house? And I started answering that question. And I want to pick back up there. Um, you know, and yesterday I pretty much told you, take your time. Like, don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. I got some follow-up questions to it. Well, one of the follow-up questions that I got, and don't forget, if you got questions, man, write them in. Text the word ask, A-S-K, to 985-260-8411. It's anonymous. You can ask away. Don't worry. I don't know who it came from. I'm unable to trace it. And, yeah. So ask away. Again, that number is 260-8411. And you're going to follow the link, man. Ask your questions. I look forward to answering them because I enjoy this. If you hadn't hit that share button, go ahead and hit it. Listen, I got a follow-up question to yesterday's deal, and I'll try to answer all of it together. Follow-up question is, when you said that single men need to be stable and have financial stability, if you're living with parents still and she doesn't want to get serious with you, is she wrong? Due to the fact scripture does not speak on a man having a house prior to marriage. Scripture only says, for this reason, man shall leave his father and mother and cling to his wife, that they shall be one flesh. I really don't know. I don't know how to answer this question. I know how to answer it, but I don't know how to answer it. Staying with mom and dad, living with parents still. First of all, if she does not want to get with you because you're living with your mom and dad, no, she's not wrong. She's absolutely not wrong. It's her choice. She doesn't have to get with you. And if one of her requirements is that you be more stable than that, I would say to her, not only is she not wrong, but I would say to her to stick with that. She's not wrong for that. I would tell her that if that's one of her requirements, then, you know, it's one of her requirements. Um, I guess my focus at that point would be more on you, because here's the deal. Apparently, you might be talking about a particular person. It seems like you are. And if you're talking about a particular person and she doesn't want to be with anybody who lives with mom and dad, but you live with mom and dad, get your weight up, player. If you really want to, if she's worth it, get your weight up, get out of mom and dad's house, and go after her. If she's worth it, you maybe the reason why she told you that is because she wants to see if she's worth it to you. Uh, you know, maybe she's entertaining you, obviously, and if she's entertaining you and telling you I don't want to be with anybody who still lives at home, then she's and then on the flip, I mean, so maybe you might have a chance. And if it's worth it to you, if she's worth it to you, maybe that's just the motivation you need to get up out of mom and dad's house. And then I don't know. I don't know how old you are. Are you 17? Are you 18? Or are you well into adulthood? Or are you 30 still living with mom and dad? Here I don't know. I'm not sure. I would have to have more information. I would say to you though that I stand by what I said. And I don't know how you define financially stable. Um, I don't know how you define that, but I defined it as capable of taking care of yourself, capable of paying things like rent, car note, bills, food, things that a family's gonna need. Um, that's how I find define and responsible enough to get it done. I don't know your picture of financial stability, but I'm not saying financial stability in the sense that you got a ton of money sitting in the bank. Uh, that wasn't the case when I got married. When Joycelyn and I got married, um, you know, I was broke. We listen. We didn't have just secondhand stuff when we first got married. We got married. I think we had like third or fourth hand stuff. you know, we were broke, man. We whatever we built it together. But I was at a point in my life where my responsibilities, I understood that my responsibilities were my responsibility. And so, you know, that's Joycelyn trying to sneak in. Well, because you got to cut the thing off because it's going to get fever. I don't know what she's doing. All of a sudden, she wants to come in on my live.
Morning, everybody. No, I just wanted to chime in, and I'm glad you said that because we were both broke. And at the time, he was, can I tell him where you were living?
Yeah, tell him.
He was living in his office. He was between his parents' house and his office. And I was still at home with my parents. But the thing was, he was financially responsible, even though we were broke. And when things came up, he was able to show me that he was able to provide and take care of the necessary things that were required. So it doesn't matter if you're still living at home with your parents and she's still living at home with her parents. What matters is that you can show her that you are financially responsible and take care of the necessary things that matter. Thank you.
I guess I wasn't saying it good enough, but
No, you were.
no, it's good.
You want me to stay?
You can hang out. You pull up a chair, but that's when I say financially stable. That's what I mean, man. It don't mean like having a big amount in the bank or anything like that. Is do you take care of business on the financial side? And then it's not just about being financially stable. Are you stable? Period. You know, are you stable? Period. Do you have a lot of chaos going on? Joycelyn mentioned to you that I was sleeping between my office and my mom and dad's house. I was finishing up school. As a matter of fact, I was a full time student working a full time job. And one of the things that she refused to do, you know that? She over there laughing. Like I wanted to marry her. And she was like, well, I'll marry you, but I'm not marrying you until we finish school. And I was like, I want to get married right now. And she was like, no, we are not getting married until you finish school. And she made me finish school before she would marry me. And so, Tasha, I know you like that talking about first lady taking over Jumpstart. But and so I just say that to say, and listen, she stuck to that. She would not back up off of that. And let me say this to you guys, man, because she wanted to make sure that I got that done. Not that I wasn't going to get it done. I just wanted to be married, and because I was trying to live right. So because I was trying to live right, we were trying to live right. I was like, we need to go on here and get married. But she was like, no, you're gonna be patient and you're gonna finish school. And so that's what I did. Show you how bad I wanted to get married. I ended up graduating from college the last weekend in May. I wanted to be married so bad that I was like, all right, well, if you're gonna make me wait till we graduate, we get married the weekend after I graduate. And the very next weekend after I graduated, we ended up uh, getting married. And so, like, I say all that to say, ladies, listen to me. Have some standards for yourself that you refuse to that you refuse to violate, that you refuse to let go of. And you know yeah, have some standards, man. The next question that I got was follow up to that, I guess, and I don't know if it's from the same person or not, but if you're a man working two jobs and you're dating someone that works also, is it only the guy that should be paying every time?
You want me to answer?
Go for it.
I'm old school. I was never raised.
You got to get in the.
I'm trying to.
Go for it.
I don't know. I was old school. I was always raised that the man was supposed to to pay when he's taking the lady out. If he's taking her out, so he should pay.
I don't disagree. Like, I don't know.
I never paid. I still don't pay.
But it was never an issue.
No, it wasn't an issue.
Like, you've tried to pay.
I still try to pay every now and then. You won't let me pay.
And I don't know, just something in me,
It's your manhood.
just won't let her do it. And I'm not saying that that's the right way to do it. Look, Randy never comments, and Randy's got a comment for this one.
Right. I'm just
I wish I could see her face and hear what she said. But something in me, and I'm not saying this is the right way to do it. I probably need to like relax a little more in this area, but something in me just won't. If I'm out with my girl, yeah, nah, you're not, nah.
Not even for gas.
And I guess the reason why for me is I've always wanted Joyce to know that no matter where we are and no matter what's going on, I got you. You ain't gotta worry if something go wrong, if something go bad. Come here, some more. If something go bad, if something go wrong, whatever, like I got you.
Don't help me.
I tell her all the time, don't help me, help the bear. You know what I mean? And so, like, I've always tried to create that environment. And listen, I'll say this, like, this is something that I probably need to work on because I don't know, I just have a hard time, a difficult time. And there are times like she want to treat me and things like that, and she does every now and then.
But I have to pay for it when you're not with me if I want to do it.
It's just something in me. And I'm not saying that that's the right way to do it. But I will say, fellas, listen to me good, man. Like, she needs to know you got her. Now, how you divvy up the check and all that kind of thing, does that signal that? It can. You gotta, it can. I'm not about to be sitting at the dinner table with my girl arguing about who gonna pay the check. I'm not even about to say nothing to her about it because I don't in any way, shape, or form want to send the signal that you're on your own or no, man. Like when you with me, my mentality has always been like, can I just be real? Can I just be straight up? What that's real manhood. And I know this new generation, like y'all gonna call me old school and all that kind of stuff, but we failed somewhere. Like where the real men at who don't allow their who treat her like a lady, who don't allow their ladies to take on responsibility. Like just this, I'll be honest with you. Can I just be an open book? This very question aggravates me. And I said I wasn't gonna do that because we're in a new generation. Like, I get it. This question aggravates me. And whoever it is that's asking this question, I don't really want to talk to you. I want to talk to her because I'm gonna tell her to run. Because the fact that you asked this question, for me, even if you can't do it, like there should be. I'm gonna tell you what I have an issue with. I'm sorry. I'm going there.
Go.
If you can't do it, that's one thing. And I can't even say that there won't be a day when Joycelyn got to step in there and help a brother out. My issue, my brother, is that you don't want to. And that should be her issue too. My issue is if it was a matter of can't do, then I would be saying something totally different. But you don't want to. And for me, that's a problem. I have a daughter. I have 2 granddaughters. I don't want them with no man that don't want to.
Right.
Come on, somebody.
Or who got to complain about you?
Who gonna complain about it?
Why I gotta pay the whole bill?
If she has to help me, like that should bother me. That's manhood. And there are times, listen, nowadays sometimes it takes 2. and every now and then a brother gets down, and so on and so forth.
But that's if you marry. It doesn't sound like they're married.
But even when
if you're married,
even if you're dating, babe, like there are times when he might hit a hard time or whatever. But this brother don't even want to. Listen.
And he had 2 jobs.
Man, I'm straight up, don't marry nobody, man. And that's my problem with this modern man, this modern so-called man. It's not the can't do, it's the want to. You know, at least want to.
And how special is he gonna make her feel if he don't want to?
Exactly.
She's not gonna feel like she
at least have the desire. Like, why are we even having this conversation? It really bothers me that we're having this conversation about any man not wanting to foot the bill. It should bother you that she has to pitch in, period. Come on. And what I see in this question is you looking for, you know, the next question, if a man working 2 jobs and you're dating someone that works also, is it only the guy that should be paying every time?
Let me say this.
I had to.
Yeah, because at one point in our relationship.
Listen, yes, man. If you can, and even if you can't, you ought to have the desire to. And real manhood says that if I can't, then I'll be glad when I get to the point where I can, and I'm gonna go to work and try my best and get there as soon as possible. So the problem is not the problem I have with this question is it's not inability. It's a desire. And so straight up, whoever you are, stay away from my kids, man. Because I don't want my sons to pick up manhood from you, and I don't want my daughters to end up with a man like you. Because I don't know. I'm sorry. I probably went too far, but yeah.
No, because it's because you've done that so much, it's even rubbed off on the boys. When I go somewhere with my sons, I don't take my wallet out. I don't get out the car to pump gas. I don't pay for anything. If we're grabbing lunch, I got it. That's
the thing, right? So when manhood is modeled, when responsible manhood is modeled, when protector, when provider is modeled, it's passed down to the next generation. Or let me say, there's a greater hope of it being passed down to the next generation. But when it's not, when the model is not there, then you end up with guys who complain about the fact that she don't want to. Now I want you to get this. This is what it says. I want to read this, and I probably just lost the follow-up, but oh well. It says, though after a period of time, should we be able to share the spending and even speak on budgeting together? And then he says this, it was brought up. The answer I received was, you work 2 jobs. Watch this. You work 2 jobs. This is what she told him. But this is literally what, like, he's telling me this is what she told him. I don't know who this is, but it says you work 2 jobs, live at home, and should be able to afford anything we do. Listen, sister, whoever you are, and I hope you're listening, you are absolutely right. But watch this though. I'm gonna tell you where you're messing up at. You messed up when you started dating a man who was content to stay at his parents' house.
With 2 jobs.
This brother is content to be in his parents' house. That's where you messed up. Run, sister. He's not ready. And again, I gotta drive this home. This is not about his ability. It's about the desire. Because if I have the desire to take care of her, to protect her, to provide for her, and so on and so forth, then I'm gonna make the ability. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna make it happen. Like, and I'm not gonna rest until I do. Like, again, this is about the desire. What kind of a man is okay with his wife toting that load?
Yeah, but look at her response. Look at how she responded.
And then this will
she
be
doesn't feel like the priority.
This y'all listen. Y'all can keep this new manhood. I'm sorry, not sorry. Y'all can keep this new manhood. I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. I'm not interested, and I'll never I'll never say otherwise. Like, y'all can keep this new manhood. This new manhood. I don't. It ain't manhood. It's mamahood in man form. It's yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you okay.
I'm sorry. It's the desire. It's the desire. You don't even have a desire. Come on. Yeah, no. To that young lady, I would say run from that guy, man.
And I'm so proud of her. I'm proud of whoever you are. I'm proud of you and your response.
For telling them that.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Know your worth, ladies.
Yeah.
Know your worth.
Yeah, man. And you know, men, this why we got to teach our young men. We got to show them, you know. And then this the other question. Thank you so much, whoever did that. Then he asked this question: is this a red flag for him? He wants to know if this is a red flag for him.
It is for him. He needs to step up.
This is a red. Yes, it's a red flag for her. She needs to run.
But she's smart. Look at that. She's smart. She gave the right answer.
But I would. Why are you even
entertaining him anymore?
No, man. All right, we way over our time. Last question. I'm gonna take 2 minutes to answer this. Joyce, maybe you can answer this question for us. It's Fun Friday.
Oh my God.
And the question is, it's literally a question. Look, so you know, this is not just me clowning around. It's literally a question. It's right here. Where's it at? It's literally a question that somebody asked. There it is. I want you to read it. Read the question.
Oh man. Really?
I didn't ask it. They asked it.
What is the definition of a situationship?
What's the definition, babe? I'm gonna let you answer. I'm gonna sip my coffee.
Oh, really?
You don't want to answer it?
It's not a relationship. It's some stuff you done got into.
Yeah, it's a situationship is romantic. What they called it?
Well, we used to call it friends with benefits in our day, but you know,
we used to call it
50.
We used to call it friends with benefits.
I think they call it net deal now.
They call it entanglement.
Yes.
Thanks, Chef. Thank you, cuz. They call it an entanglement. It's an entanglement nowadays. It's a situationship. It's no strings attached. You know, yeah, they call it.
That's not true.
What you mean?
That's not true.
What do you mean that's not true?
Strings might not be attached, but emotions do.
That's true, but
emotions,
yeah.
Somebody on one side of it, you can't never just walk away from that kind of stuff and not have some kind of emotional attachment.
I don't disagree, but the intention of somebody in the situation. Look, Tasha, why are you so messy? What is the entanglement?
See, it's when you get entangled. When you get tied up together.
Yeah. With no strings
with
attached.
No strings, where you go in with those intentions.
Now, here's the deal. The problem is some people are in situationships and don't know it. Like they didn't agree to a situationship, but it goes back to what I said yesterday. They invested too much too fast. You know what I'm saying? Before they find out what the real deal is, and now, you're in a situationship and you don't even know it. Why are you laughing?
It's just the truth.
Isn't it true though? You invest too much too fast, and now you're in a situationship. All of a sudden, he can't get to your house till the day after Christmas.
Come on.
That's a sign. Is that not a sign? Come on.
That's a flag. It ain't a sign.
Only time she can meet up with you for a date is last minute and on the spur.
That's right.
Bro,
can't plan nothing.
Bro, you in a situationship.
And same for her.
You know what I'm saying? You might be in a situationship if the only time she can link up with you is last minute and on the spur.
Right. Or if you can come over right now.
Yeah.
No other time but right now.
Yeah. Come on, somebody. Come on. You calling that phone, bro?
Or you can't go to his house.
You can't go to his house. You might be in a situationship if y'all been dating for 6 months.
You can't come to the house.
His house always dirty.
Off limits.
No, I ain't cleaned up yet. 6 months later, I still ain't cleaned up. You might be in a situationship if you get your Valentine's gift on the 13th of February.
Right, or the 15th. Or you gotta celebrate New Year's Eve on January 2nd. You can't get your kiss at midnight.
Right. You might be in a situationship. I'm just saying, man.
Or you can't ride in his car.
You can't ride in. That's a good one.
You can't take his car.
How about this though? What if you can't ride in her car?
Right.
Or she up? No, you got to ride in her car with the seat laid back.
Yeah, because it's broke. The seat broke. That's the only position it goes in is this.
Yeah, you gotta ride in her car.
You got a low ride.
Yeah, every time you get in her car, she tell you, put the seat back and relax, babe. You might be in a situationship. I was just saying, y'all need to know these things, man. How come the pastor got to tell y'all all of this stuff? Y'all supposed to know this, man. What Mama said? Mama said it's a mess ship. Run.
Yes, absolutely.
I told y'all I was going to tell you it's a situationship, man. You might be in a situation. They got any other signs that they might be in a situation?
Y'all can't go out in public places together.
Y'all can't go out in public.
Y'all gotta eat in the car.
Eat in the
takeout. Take out, pick up. You got a system with that curbside.
Yeah,
curbside service.
Y'all can only go to dinner at the house after hours. Right now, you ain't never been nowhere but Waffle House with a situationship. At 2 in the morning. That's the only thing open.
It's dark. Y'all can't go out unless it's dark.
You might be in a situationship. I'm trying to help y'all out.
Oh, I like that when somebody said Uber. That's right. If you got to take an Uber, look. But he don't want to pay Tasha. She going to have to pay half.
Yeah. So, those are signs that you might be in a situationship, just fun Friday, man. Y'all asked the question, we answered it. I'm glad you came in here, man.
No, I was out on the porch listening, and I started, when you said you really couldn't answer, and I started thinking about what we looked like before we got married.
Yeah, because I don't want to come across like we're the example, like I'm the example, or like we got it all right or perfect or anything like that. I was sleeping in my office.
In his office.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I remember, and my mom's on here, I remember my mom telling me, Nate, come to the house. But just something in me, I would rather sleep at that point in my life, at that age, because I was 25 before I graduated college. And at that age, I was just something in me. I think my daddy did it to me. He had me so so determined
Mhm.
to be a man that I couldn't go sleep in his house at that age. Like all of my clothes were there,
Mhm.
all of my belongings were there, but like I refused. I just, and I'm not saying that that's right.
Mhm.
I was trying to get through school. I was working. We
Mhm.
were spending money on the wedding,
Mhm.
and I was sleeping in my office.
Mhm.
And so, like, I'm not at all saying like if you don't have a ton of money in the bank, you're not ready to get married. But are you responsible? And
Mm.
not just financially. Are you responsible? Do you handle life in a responsible way? And my brother, listen to me.
Mm.
It's Bible. You said all God says is for this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and cling to his wife. No, responsibility
Mm.
before marriage is Bible.
Mhm.
Go back to the Garden of Eden. The reason why God gave Adam Eve is to be a helpmate. Watch this. The reason why he needed a helpmate is because of all of the responsibility that God had given him
Mm.
prior to creating Eve. He puts Adam in the middle of the garden and he says, "Listen, you're in charge of all of this. You are responsible for all of this.
Mm.
I want you to plant the plants. I want you to keep it up. I want you to name the animals. You're responsible for making sure that
Mhm.
everything is good." And then what God says, you know what? I've laid all this responsibility on
Mhm.
this brother, and he has all of this stuff that I expect him to take care of. It is not good for him to be alone.
Mhm.
I will create a helper for him. So watch this. It's a biblical
Mhm.
principle, not a Nathan Young principle, that responsibility for the man comes before marriage.
Mhm.
Whew! Lord have mercy.
Mm.
That goes back to the Garden of Eden,
Mhm.
and the idea that we would want to be married prior to some degree, to a great degree, being responsible is out of line and out of order.
Mm.
Watch this. And the reason why we have so many problems in marriage, in relationships, in our country, in our homes, and in our community is because, can I just tell y'all the truth? In so many ways, we're just out of doggone order.
Mm.
And if we would just get back in order and do things in order and operate in
Mhm.
order, then we would see things start to fall into place in our homes, in our communities, in we are out
Mhm.
of order. And anytime you can do a good thing, but do it out of order, and it's going to come out jacked
Mhm.
up, not because it wasn't a good thing, but because you did it out of
Mm.
order. And so being responsible as a man before you get married is just the order of things. You
Mm.
should, by the way, again, it rubs me and gets me fired up because I have an issue with the lack of want to.
Mm.
I got a real, you should want to be responsible before you take on the response. And that's what
For
you may not
somebody else.
understand.
Yep.
Taking on a family is taking on responsibility.
Mhm.
And so when you understand that taking on a family is taking on responsibility, why would you not want to demonstrate responsibility by yourself
Mm.
before you brought somebody else into your chaos?
Mm.
Woo! Lord, let me get off of here.
Mhm.
Like you should want to be responsible before you bring somebody else in. Watch this. You ready for this? And don't think I'm attacking you. I'm actually trying to save you some frustration.
Mm.
I'm trying to save you some aggravation. I'm trying to save you some stress and that sort of thing. Because once you get into that marriage, that woman is gonna have expectations.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Come on. And it ain't staying at home with your mama and daddy expectations. Come on, somebody.
Mm.
It's pay your own bills, go get it, do whatever's necessary. Don't let the lights get cut off expectations.
Absolutely.
Come on, somebody.
Absolutely.
It's no excuses, finding a way to make it work, sacrificing whatever you have to sacrifice for the sake of your family expectations. And the best thing you could do is get practice doing that prior to getting married. Be responsible before you take on more responsibility. Let's get off of here because I'm about to get started. Come on, take care of your responsibility. Take care of your current responsibilities before taking on more responsibility. I'm gonna say it again. Take care of your current. If you're the only current responsibility you have, get a handle on taking care of you before you take on more responsibility. Come on, somebody. Listen, don't take on no family when you got outstanding child support. Take care of your current responsibility before you take on more responsibility. Come on, somebody.
That's the truth.
Come on. Listen, man, I stand by this. I'm not backing off of it. And again, I'll say this is not the ability or lack of ability that I have a real problem with. What I have a real problem with is the lack of want to, lack of desire. Watch this. And this will be the same guys who are in my office 2 years later talking about she won't let me leave.
That's right.
So listen, listen. No, if you make it clear to her that she is responsible for half, then she has half to say.
Yeah.
God gave Adam the leadership. He gave him the leadership because of the responsibility. Eve didn't have half of the responsibility. Adam had all of it. And the reason why God gave Adam leadership capability is because he gave him all of the responsibility. Nowadays, we want her to take on half of the responsibility, and yet we want to lead like we want to be the boss like God said we ought to. No, man, you pay the cost to be the boss. And if she pays half the cost, she's half the doggone boss. I'm out. I love y'all. God bless you and keep you. Hope I didn't get myself in trouble.
No.
Y'all hit that share button if you would, man. Lord's will. Sunday morning, we're gonna be doing the second half of relationships in our services, and not only we're gonna be doing the second half of relationships in our services, but I'm gonna be answering. I got one big question, man, and y'all pray for me because there's one big question that I feel led to answer. And so it's a great question. But yeah.
Now you gave him a cliffhanger. See y'all Sunday.
Hit that share button. We love y'all, man.